It's that MCR kid, and it's Thursday. And for that, for for to your knowledge, no, I do not wear the same outfit every Thursday. I'm just making this the same day because, like I said before, I've been really busy. Anywho, um, so this topic was technically was last week's topic, but this is confusing. You never mind. Is how did MCR save your life? This is actually a pretty actually true story. I mean, not saying that the other ones aren't, but people tell me, oh, a band can't save your life. So I'm just saying this is actually true. Put it out there. Um, when I first heard their music, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like, oh, creepy or whatever. Okay, I was really young, really, really young, so yeah, no. But there was something interesting about it that made me feel it was just comforting. And then I heard it again when in sixth grade. Um, I was like, what, 11 in sixth, 11 in sixth grade, I think it was. So yeah, I heard it before I was 11, probably around like 7, 8 years old. I probably heard it for the first time. Not exactly sure, but I was in sixth grade, and I saw the Black Parade music video on demand, and I I was like, oh, I remember this song. I remember these people, and I was like, oh, the singer looks really good, and there's just something about it that really approached me about them. So I continuously listened to them on and off, and then my mom bought me the Welcome to the Black Parade CD for Christmas. And I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And so we listened to the whole CD, and I only knew Welcome to the Black Parade. And so we played it, and I was like, and it was I got this on Christmas, so we're driving, and I keep listening to the CD over on repeat, and I learn the song lyrics, and by the time I go back home, I know every song on their CD. But then I started to really like them. They became my favorite band, and then I mean, I'm obviously not a small person, and I've been big my whole life, but when I hit middle school is when I kind of started gaining weight. Like, it was ridiculous. It's like out of nowhere. I started middle school at weighing 111. No, end the story. Yeah, I'll tell you what you know. And I just kept piling on, and I didn't notice it because I was so. This is when music really came into my life. But I was listening to My Chemical Romance, and I kind of, because I used to feel bad about myself. I'd look in the mirror and I'd be like, "Wow, you're ugly. No one's ever gonna love you," because I had this huge crush on this guy, and I don't want to say what he is to me because then if he ends up seeing this, it'll kind of put it out there. And I still like him to this day, but I love him more of like a, um, it's like, oh, he'll never like you, or nothing, you're gonna be alone for the rest of your life. But then when I listen to MCR, I kind of be like, oh well, fuck it, I have them, and they tell me, and then I'm fine just the way I am. Don't change yourself for anybody else. And then it got worse, and I got bigger, and I was like a fucking balloon. Okay, I swear to God, I was huge. And I'm in eighth grade. I moved back to Rockford because for sixth grade, I probably should have said this earlier. I moved to Wisconsin, and then at when eighth grade started, I moved back to Rockford, and that was when it really hit me. Um, we were, I was already this big MCR fan, and I was trying on clothes because I had to wear uniforms, and I couldn't get my normal size shirt on, and the pants didn't fit, and I was just bawling in the room, and I was like, oh my god. So my mom had to get me a 3X shirt, and I had to put it on, and it fit, and I was just, it like just fit, like not like super tight, but it was like loose in the right spots, and I was crying, and I was like, there's no way in hell I should be this big. It's not okay. And I'm not okay. Okay, sorry. And I was just really depressed. And then school started, and I was kind of like, okay, well maybe it'll be different up here. Maybe it'll be fine. No one talked to me the first day of school. I was just the weird MCR kid with the MCR biography book and listening with my headphones in. Um, I mean, I know a lot of people say teachers don't like you, but the teachers literally did not like me. They used to be like, they used to tell the classes, but they'd be like, you guys are never going to amount to anything, you're all going to work at McDonald's. And then they told me that, I don't like the emo shit. And I'm like, okay, I'm not emo. First of all, goth and emo are two different things. And that was when, in 7th grade, I first dyed my hair blue, just in case you wanted to know. And a lot of people didn't like it, and a lot of people did. Then one day, this is where it really hit me, where I kind of felt bad, because people would make fat comments aside, you know? And then, legitly, I was in science, and I'm really good in science, actually. And we had to stand up on a chair, and we had to, like, drop this ruler thing or whatever to the floor. And the kid who sat next to me, I think his name was, like, Zach, he was like, oh, well, you're gonna break the chair. And the other kid was like, don't get your fat ass on the chair. And it still does, but it just really hurt, and I had to stop myself from crying. So at break, I went to the bathroom and I just kind of let it all out and cried and just, and I got on that bus home right that day, and I was just like, you know what? The whole time I've been here, everyone, every day, like, that wasn't the only time. It's happened every day, but that was the moment where it really hit me. And I was on the bus with my sister, and I was just thinking to myself, I was listening to The Only Hope for Me Is You, and I was just like, this is it. And I was like back home, not technically home, but the home it felt to me in Wisconsin. I was alone there too. I mean, I had a lot of friends, but I just felt like I'm gonna be forever alone. And I was just like, it's over, I'm done. And so I went home and I was like, just think of a way to do it. I didn't come up with anything. I kind of tried to let it go by listening to MCR, and then like a week or two later, it was still going. And I was in the car, and my mom had picked up my little brother from daycare. And I was looking at these football players, and they were practicing. And there's like this group of girls who were watching them, and the guys were like hooting and hollering at him and everything. And I just like look at myself, and I was like, what's the point? I'm gonna be forever alone, and no one likes me here because I was just like, I'm done. So I know this sounds stupid, but you have the two veins here, and if you cut them off, you can die because you have no oxygen to your brain. I think it is. I don't know. Um, and so I like took my headphones and I like wrapped them around my neck, and I was like, this is it. And I got really lightheaded, and I was like, oh, this is it. And when I took the headphone, they were in the jack, and the headphone jack came out because when they were around my neck, and I was getting really lightheaded. And the only hope for me is you like was playing, and it was like, the only hope for me is you. You know the lyrics, and I just stopped, and I like took them off, and I literally understood the reason. It really that was when MCR truly saved my life because the lyrics just really spoke to me, and then I listened to all their songs on repeat. Well, like I did every day, but I listened to all their songs and I actually listened to the lyrics instead of just being like, oh, singing them. And they really gave me something to have. They really gave me something to live for. And then at the end of 8th grade, I ended up moving back, and basketball season was coming up, and I was like, yes. So I came back in like December for basketball, and I got to play. And then that summer, I was like, you know what? Let's prove them all wrong. So I went on a diet, and I lost like, how much did I weigh at the end of that summer? Oh, because at the end of 8th grade, I weighed, um, what was the number? Oh, I weighed 282 pounds at the end of 8th grade. Going from 111 and 6 to 82 is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't even think it's humanly possible. I guess so. Um, so I started working out and stuff, and I lost like 30 pounds. 7, 6, 5, 4. Yeah, so it's down like 240 or whatever. And then I went to school, still, you know. But I eventually hit 220 before I started. No. Yeah, 240. 230 when I started high school. And then things got better. And then, but still, I had kind of the same, not really the same problems, just self problems how I felt with myself. And I'd sit in the desk and I'd get into it, but I kind of be like, my stomach would like over, and it bothered me. And then eventually, this summer that just passed, I lost more weight and I got down to 203. I'm still pretty big, obviously, you know, but it's just it means something because I used to wear size 24 pants and now I wear 13. I used to wear a 3X shirt and now I wear a medium, and it's just kind of like it. Every day I'd work out, I'd be like, look, I'm gonna prove it wrong. At MCR was the music I'd listen to because I was like, don't give up, you want to do it. MCR is like, basically, even their interviews and the things they say were like, we believe in you and we're not gonna stop. And then I've had a lot of moments in between where I'm like, I'm just want to kill myself, I'm done. And at all those times, I'd take little sticky notes and put them on my bed headboard, and I would write quotes from Gerard, Frank, Mike, Ure, and I'd look at them and be like, look, this is what you're here for. You're here for your family, your friends, for yourself, and this band is just helping you along the way. Like, Frank says that they're helping us save our lives. They're not, in fact, saving our lives. I believe they're saving my life because I would not be here today without them, and they mean everything to me. Um, I usually people ask, I had to give the story in front of a class, my health class, on why something meant stuff to me, and people were just like, it's okay, you can like MCR, I'm fine with it, because people just think I'm a crazy fangirl, but there's actually a real story behind it. Um, and when I tell it in front of people, I usually cry because I really feel that way, but I'm sick right now, and I'm not looking at people, so I can't exactly get all emotional, but that's basically how they saved my life. They basically just helped me through, they helped me through everything. Whenever times are tough, or whenever I feel like giving up, or like death is the only option. Like Gerard says, nothing is worth wasting your life away on suicide for, and that really struck me. Like, I'm here for a reason. I'm here till the end. And it really does mean something to me. And I couldn't, and that's my Twilight wall. I have to take that out because I'm not a very good Twilight fan. And my mother tore down like all my MCR stuff. So it's on this wall too, like right here. But you know, and so yeah, they were there through me. They're with me through everything. My best friend, he was with me through everything over text. He doesn't know the story, but just getting text from people knowing they miss you and that you actually had an impact on their life really does help you. And obviously having my favorite band there giving me a message to never give up and never give in. Blood on the Dance Floor also helped me through a lot, but they just helped me love myself while MCR helped me keep myself alive. So that's pretty much how MCR saved my life. And I'm that MCR kid, and so long and good night.